a beautiful day for a bike ride. So sunny and nice. Whoa, whoa!
Sir, are you okay?
No.
Well, what can I get you?
How about an ibuprofen?
Which form? We have caplet, tablet, and liquid gel.
Whatever works fastest.
That's a good question. In order to help the poor gentleman who fell off the bicycle, I devised an experiment to test which form of ibuprofen would dissolve fastest in the stomach. The independent variable for this experiment was the different forms of ibuprofen, and the dependent variable was how fast these forms of ibuprofen would dissolve. The levels were broken down into liquid gels, caplets, and tablets. In this experiment, the constants were the type of medicine, ibuprofen, the amount of medicine, 200 milligrams, the temperature of the place where the experiment was conducted, 79 degrees, the amount of acid, 30 milliliters, and the stirring method, twice every 7 minutes. There were 10 trials for each level of this experiment. My hypothesis was that if different forms of ibuprofen were placed in hydrochloric acid, that the liquid gel will dissolve the fastest, because the body needs medicine to be suspended in some form of liquid before it can begin breaking it down and using it, and that the caplet would dissolve the slowest because it is a compressed solid with a smaller surface area than the tablet. To do this experiment, you need hydrochloric acid, beakers, stopwatches, a Sharpie, masking tape, and the tablet, caplet, and liquid gel forms of ibuprofen. And don't forget your safety gear, including safety goggles, a mask, and gloves. First, take out a piece of your masking tape and write Group A, tablet, on it with a Sharpie. Then put that piece on a beaker. After that, you have to make sure to put on all your safety gear, including your goggles, your mask, and your gloves. Then pour 30 milliliters of hydrochloric acid into your beaker, using the units on the side to ensure correct measurement. Then take out one tablet and put it in the hydrochloric acid. As soon as it's submerged, hit start on the stopwatch and come back every 7 minutes and stir twice. After it is fully dissolved, stop the stopwatch and record the time in a journal. Then repeat this process 9 more times for tablet and 10 times for both caplet and liquid gel. After recording all of the times, my results were as follows. For the ibuprofen in liquid gel form, the results showed no mode, a median of 44 minutes and 5 seconds, and a mean of 46 minutes. For the ibuprofen in caplet form, the results showed no mode, a median of 58 minutes and 5 seconds, and a mean of 59 minutes. For the ibuprofen in tablet form, the results showed no mode, a median of 82 minutes and 5 seconds, and a mean of 79 minutes. The data on the dissolving speed of ibuprofen partially supported my hypothesis because while the liquid gel did dissolve the fastest, the caplet did not dissolve the slowest, the tablet did. To maintain the integrity of the scientific method, I took several measures. The first was to set an alarm for every 7 minutes to ensure the uniformity in the stirring process. The second was to only conduct this experiment when my backyard was 79 degrees. And the third was to take an image of the dissolved ibuprofen in my first trial and reference it to the dissolving ibuprofen in further trials to ensure that they were all completely dissolved in the same fashion. However, if I were to do this experiment a second time, I would use a mechanical stirrer to ensure uniform stirring. I would also find a more scientific way of determining when the ibuprofen was completely dissolved, rather than depending on the subjectivity of my visual judgment. To expand this experiment, the levels could potentially include assorted pain relievers with differing active ingredients, such as acetaminophen, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and paracetamol. Now, let's go help our fallen comrade.